Let us go to the next slide, Melo. We want to talk about demographics. And let us go again to the next slide, Melo. Indeed, let us look at black Africans. They are sitting at 55 million. That is, they account for 81.4% of the population. Colored population group, 5.1 million, accounting for 8.1%. And indeed, let us look at the white population group, 4.5 million, accounting for 7.3%. And the Indian Asians, 1.7 million, accounting for 2.7%. And other, those who didn't specify, at 200,000. But of interest is the white population group. When we look at 2011, they were sitting at 9%. They have now declined to 7.3%. Now, let us go into the next slide, Melo. The next slide gives us age cohorts. Children 0 to 14 years sitting at 16.4 million, accounting for 26.4%. Young people 15 to 34 years, accounting for 21.6 million, sitting at 34.8%. Adults 35 to 59 years, accounting for 8 million, sitting at 29%. The elderly, the 60 years plus, sitting at 6.1 million, accounting for 9.8%. Melo, we want to talk about how many official languages that you speak.
As a recent immigrant to South Africa, I only speak English. I am hopeful one day I will speak all 12 official South African languages.
Melo, will you then take us to the next slide so that we can talk about the languages? I want us to look at the map first. When we look at the map, we might think that Afrikaans is the most spoken language because we see the color for Afrikaans in the Northern Cape and the Western Cape. But we know that the Northern Cape is sparsely populated. It doesn't have much people. So now we want to start with the most spoken language. That is isiZulu, 24.4%. And we can see it's predominantly in KwaZulu-Natal, a bit in Mpumalanga, and of course some parts of the Free State. We can see it, we can look at the blue color. isiXhosa, largely in the Eastern Cape, a bit in KwaZulu-Natal, a bit in the Northern Cape. Followed by Afrikaans, sitting at 10.6%, as we can see, the Northern Cape and the Western Cape. Let us look at Sepedi, mainly in Limpopo, sitting at 10%. Let us look at English, sitting at 8.7%. And of course, let us look at Setswana, mainly in the Northwest, sitting at 8.3%. Sesotho, mainly in the Free State, 7.8%. Xitsonga, mainly in Limpopo, 4.7%. Siswati, 2.8%, mainly in Mpumalanga. Chivenda, sitting at 2.5%, mainly in Limpopo. IsiNdebele, 1.7%, mainly country where they are showing.